First night. Poking its head up, the black cat dislodged the knapsack flap and climbed onto Brigit Cullen's shoulders.
Are we there yet? When will we be there? I'm hungry.
The girl shifted her shoulders to adjust to the cat's weight, which, at the moment, felt like a bowling ball with pointy claws. If you hadn't insulted the tour bus driver, we might have been at the castle already. You have only yourself to blame.
I was simply correcting that human's belief that I was a cute kitty. I'm a dangerous puka trickster, and I would have him set on fire for trying to rub my tummy. But you had to stop me.
Humans like to pet cats. Get over yourself.
I didn't tell you to get over it at that human carnival.
Brigit didn't reply. The Ren Fair had been an absolute disaster. What started out as a temporary job as a tavern wench in order to replenish her purse had become a brawl when a drunk had tried to pull off her ears. A knight was sent to the hospital for stitches, and the booth of some fairy-garbed face painters burnt down when Jib had gone into full true beast defender mode. Brigit was told never to come back, even if she had the best-looking elf cosplay they had ever seen. After the spring college semester ended at Leopold Otto's Universität, Lotto's for short, the two had been touring Europe. Her parents had given permission as long as she took Jib, the puka cat, with her to serve as guardian, but mostly as a snitch. The uneasy alliance had sometimes boiled over into spats, and once a serious fight had required several tins of sardines to soothe Jib's hurt feelings.
I think we're lost. Do you know where you're going? Because this does not look like sunny France to me,
the cat said. Since being kicked off the tour bus in the middle of nowhere, Brigit had gone cross-country, relying on her land sense to bring them to the right place. She could have crossed through the land of the Fae, the perilous realm, to shorten the trip, but she wasn't going to risk a strange passage that she had no map for. Open fields had become wooded lanes, which, in turn, became this dark forest with its twisted trees. There was no birdsong or any sign of life, human, beast, or Fae. It was a dead place, and Brigit, being a dryad and tied to growing things, found it unsettling. Now they were lost in an unfriendly forest with the late summer sun setting in a bank of what looked to be stormy clouds. If you hadn't insisted on visiting this castle, I could already be sleeping in a tree. Jib meowed plaintively.
Just because I've never slept in a human castle doesn't mean I need to. You are in charge, after all. We can return to Lotus and brag that we spent our summer vacation sleeping in trees and eating moldy mushrooms.
Okay, I get it. Your life is nothing but suffering. Enough already. Both of them were feeling out of sorts. The summer was almost at an end, and while touring Europe had been fun, Brigit was ready to be back home in Geheimatur. Being on the road, sleeping in strange trees, and without regular meals had made them both cranky. The fall semester would begin in just a few weeks, but on their way back, Jib saw a tour poster in a window and insisted on seeing a castle. The two walked in silence for at least a half hour while the cloud cover increased and a rising mist started to make everything damp. Many puka, especially kelpies, loved water. However, Jib, with its magical fire affiliation, couldn't stand being wet.
Talk to a tree, Brigit, and ask it the way,
begged the cat.
Don't be a contrary boggart and sacrifice your pride for comfort.
I'm not talking to these dead trees. Perhaps it was her tone, or the puka's natural caution, but Jib retreated to the knapsack, letting the flap cover its head. Round orange eyes peered out, surveying the dark shadows around them.
Too much moss and rot. Diseased, huh?
Old and wasted. Brigit cut short her explanation with a gleeful shout. Look! A road! The two had emerged onto a paved drive, and down the wide lane they could see peaked roofs silhouetted against the darkening sky.
Castle!
Jib purred in excitement. Seeing a possible end to their long journey, Brigit readjusted the straps of her knapsack and quickened her step.